Tony Clark out.
I'm sure Rod loves this.
He's like, oh, my gosh.
Out as the
I'm going to keep it clean, though.
Oh, really?
I'm sure you will.
Tony didn't. Out as the leader of the Players Association. All right, so Hugh, I know you have a lot of thoughts on Tony Clark's situation. But that's the small potatoes. The big potatoes right now is we could be heading towards a
lockout,
a real serious labor, work stoppage in baseball. So most people around the sport think that we're going to have a lockout in December. December 1st, the owners are going to lock the players out. And it feels like the owners are greasing the skids, and they have been for years, to try to implement a salary cap. That feels like where this is going, and I'm sure over the next few months and weeks and years, over a year or so, we're going to have a lot of debates on whether this is good or bad for baseball. But Hugh, what is clear now is the players are in a bad spot. I mean, you were in a union. You were in a players' union.
Yeah.
And the leader of the players' union yesterday, regardless of how we got here, Tony Clark is out.
He was asked to step down.
He was asked to step down. So there's a lot to unpack. Let's hold a second on the Tony Clark stuff. And just in general, how big of a deal is it, you think, for the players that their leader is out?
I mean, it's huge because now whomever you decide, because I'm assuming that you have to pick a new leader, and he has to get up to speed.
Quick.
With what's going on. And I don't know how, you still got a baseball season, but to get up to speed to everything that's going on and get the I would say, win the players over, to get their trust, it's going to take some time.
And you would think he's got to get them all on the same page. Because if there's dissension in that rank, the owners are going to see it, and they're going to take advantage.
So this is what, to me, I think happens is, number one, you got to identify somebody. I think with everything being so new, that's going to kind of be hard to do because it sounds like there's an internal investigation going on. So there's no telling how long that's going to take. So I don't think that you want to be hasty in appointing somebody because you got to get all your ducks in a row. I'm assuming. So now you'll probably be well into the baseball season by that time. Now, whomever you decide to pick, now he has to go visit all the teams to get everybody on the same page and get up to speed. So that's a lot. So you're in a bad spot because the way that this sounds is like we're looking at like this might be the last season for baseball, like to be totally honest. And it sounds like just from the periphery.
So when you say it like that, it makes it sound like forever.
Well, what it sounds like to me, just on the outside looking in, it sounds like the owners and everybody are really adamant about making this happen. So there's going to be a lockout because the players don't want this.
So there is, I think you're right. I think we're going to have a lockout. Hugh, there was one 2022, the year the Phillies got to the World Series.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of concern that they were going to miss real time that season. I think everything was delayed by 1 week when they finally got back to business and got to spring training. This feels worse to me. This feels like we are headed towards a situation where it could be worse. We could miss real games in 2027, maybe miss a portion of the season. I mean, I was young, but I remember when the strike happened in '94, we lost a World Series. The season ended. I mean, the season ended in August. They never came back. It went into the next season. It went into the next year. This could be similar to that, especially if the owners are putting their foot down that they want a salary cap. So we've never had this in baseball. I have never thought they needed a salary cap, but the growing gap between the Dodgers and the Mets, but specifically the Dodgers, and everyone else
is huge.
It feels like it's growing by the day, and it feels like I think we're going to get a salary cap. I think the owners are going to squeeze them to where they just give in, and I don't think this Players Association right now feels very strong, led by Tony Clark, who obviously has a lot of other issues.
I'll tell you what,
formerly led by Tony Clark.
I'll tell you what, for the owners, for this to happen at this time was perfect for them.
I agree.
It was perfect for them.
You think they planted the story to get Tony out of there?
Yes. You don't think so?
I mean,
Tony probably been like, not to be crass, but this has been probably going on for a while. And you're at that point, you're getting data.
Yeah.
You're just getting the portfolio. And when it hits hard. And not only that, who was it that Bryce got in his face, was yelling and screaming at him?
Manfred.
And
Rob Manfred, the commissioner.
Because Manfred was
Come
starting
on, big guy.
And Harper's about what, 6'8"?
Yeah, they're about 6'7", whatever.
Yeah.
They have to feel empowered in this situation because I look at it like this. It's different than football. With the football can never unionize like this because you don't have as many players making that kind of money. But in baseball, you have a little bit more. So it'll be a lockout for a year. But after that, because I would think that as the owners, you have to be prepared for the worst case scenario. And the players don't want they don't want a salary cap. So you have to be prepared for it not to be baseball next year. And I think that's where they are. That's where they are.
We could be heading there, and it could be a long lockout. It's something's going to change here soon. Now, from the Phillies' perspective, I think a salary cap could end up being good for baseball. It's not great for the Phillies. I mean, the Phillies are a team that spends a lot of money. They haven't been great over the years at developing their own players, which in a salary cap league, you need to do that more, right? You have less money to spend. And I don't know how this would work if there'd be a ramp-up period to a salary cap, but the Phillies have a lot of big contracts. So let's say when baseball comes back, whether it's delayed in 27 or 28, what do? We're just stuck with all these Aaron Nola making $25 million?
It feels like that's why, the Bo Bichette situation, and it was somebody else who signed, and they were trying to get as much money as you can. You're trying to get as much as you can because contract's still guaranteed.
Of course.
Yeah.
And you're still, you're just going to be paying cash to sit at the crib. So they're trying to take care of that. That's why you playing. That's probably why Bryce trying to get a new deal.
Maybe. I mean, when hockey did this, though, you had to shed salary right away.
Which would be a disaster for the Phillies.
Which would be
half the
disaster.
team they'd have to dump.
But then I wonder what happens to, like Hugh said it, guaranteed money is guaranteed money. You signed a contract where money was guaranteed to go to you. How did the deferrals work after this?
I don't know. I mean, they've had this system for so long, to just change it very quickly is going to be a problem. So obviously the backdrop of the Tony Clark thing yesterday was he's the leader of the Players Association, or was, and now he's out.
Yeah,
so they're on shaky ground right now, the Players Association, as we head towards next offseason. Now, Hugh, let's give you a chance to further unpack the Tony Clark situation. I want you to hear this. So the news broke yesterday, and radio legend Christopher Mad Dog Russo, here's his reaction to it. And there's just one part of it that just blew me away. Let's listen to this.
That, to me, is a little bit of a cover-up because I still think this FBI investigation has a lot to do with this. The FBI is investigating the union and some nefarious activities regarding a baseball academy and, maybe some free plane rides and free jobs and not enough activity and everything else. I think that is it, more so than this. Now, whether the MLB put out a statement, they got the word across to their guys today to get this out, that it was due to an inappropriate relationship with a sister-in-law who, is in her 50s. What's so inappropriate about that? I don't understand. This happens all the time, this stuff. Why would that be considered inappropriate? It's his sister-in-law. All right, so it's his brother's wife. I guess it's inappropriate,
well,
but
maybe
isn't that a family matter more so than it is a union matter?
It becomes, the employment aspect could be like a boss subordinate thing.
I can't get past. This happens all the time. What? It does not.
It happens so much that I ain't never heard nothing about it. And I'm 50, and she's 50. And I'm like I was trying to unpack the fact that, the family dynamic. Is it his brother's wife? Is it his wife's sister? I don't know.
Does it make it any better or worse?
Well,
it's all bad.
Well, to be honest, to some people it does.
So what's the worst? Wife's sister?
Well, I think the wife, to me, because that's how I hear it. That's how I think about it. It's the wife's sister. But if it's just like a family member, then I guess for some that's not as bad. It's not as egregious.
It feels bad.
But
it's absolutely egregious.
My thought is Thanksgiving dinner, Christmas, and the weird situation that would be. Because
you mean before or after?
Well, I'm saying before, after, during.
There's no after Thanksgiving dinners together if this happens.
But you have to think that, because I'm operating under the premise that this has been going on for a while. Because this doesn't feel like this was like a one-off. This feels like a full-blown relationship type situation.
Yeah, they had dirt on Tony.
Well, that's what I'm saying. This feels like you've been, y'all been hanging out for a while.
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel like it's a one-off. This kind of reminds me of, and this is why I was thinking this. It was a few years ago in Detroit, the mayor, his name was Kwame something, and he was smashing his assistant. I
remember the story, yeah.
And she used to go to dinner with, she would eat Thanksgiving dinner with the family.
Kwame Kilpatrick.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was his assistant would be at the crib chilling and looking at his wife's face knowing that she's sleeping with her husband, like that type of situation. So this is something that I feel has been going on for a while.
Well, so to Mad Dog's thing, this does happen sometimes, I guess, within businesses
all the time.
or all the time, right?
But where they do that, I don't understand.
But the sister-in-law thing takes it to a different level.
It does take it to a different level.
I don't understand. This happens all the time.
I was just told
They're
it's
50s,
the
you know?
brother. It's the brother. You smashing your brother's wife. Like, that is crazy. Your brother. You smashing your brother's wife. It's bananas. Like, that's your brother. Like, that is bananas.
It is bananas. I think bananas is the only word for it.
Like, you're like, what up, bro? How your wife doing? Like, that's why you don't ask me about my significant other. Like, don't do it. Because you just never know what's on a cat's mind. That's your brother, and that's his wife. And there ain't no telling how many times you've had conversations about, hey, Sarah's acting funny. I don't know what's going on.
And
I think she's seeing somebody.
And you know.
Oh, you think so? And as a brother, you're like, no, she ain't seeing nobody. She's seeing you. He got to get punched in the face. He got to take an L. He got to get beat down.
Well, I think he took an L yesterday. He was fired, and everyone found out. I think Tony Clark's definitely taking L's left and right here. All right.